Synoptic Gospels, Matthew, Mark, and Luke tell us that Jesus returns to the temple in Jerusalem after a long delay. The last time he was in the temple was when he was dedicated as a young child. Jesus returns to the temple. It should be a time of great celebration, a time of festivity, a time of joy, but we know that Jesus is returning to the temple for the last time. He enters into the temple grounds one morning, and he is quickly disturbed by the things that he sees. He becomes angry. He flips over some tables and knocks over some chairs where doves are being sold. For you see, in the Old Testament, it tells us that all of the Israelite men were required to return to Jerusalem for 3 festivals annually. And at that time, they were to bring the first fruits of their labors, a portion of their finest crops, or an unblemished animal. When Jesus returns, he sees money changers in the temple. And we as human beings have a tendency to figure things out, don't we? And to circumvent what should take place. They're to bring the first fruits of their labor. And yet the temple management has made it very easy and convenient for people to bring a portion of their crops or that unblemished animal. In fact, you can return to Jerusalem and pay for your first fruits and then make that offering to God. Jesus goes in and sees the money changers there, sees where they're selling doves, and gets very angry and starts flipping over tables. Is this what God intended when God spoke of offerings? He continues in this morning's text to show his displeasure of the things that are taking place in the house of God. And then it happens. He sees a woman, an invisible person, come into the temple grounds and offer an offering that represents all that she has. I invite you to hear the word of God as recorded in the Gospel of Mark in the 12th chapter, beginning with the 38th verse. As Jesus taught, he said, "Beware of the scribes who like to walk around in long robes and to be greeted with respect in the marketplaces and to have the best seats in the synagogues and places of honor at the banquets. They devour widows' houses and for the sake of appearance say long prayers. They will receive the greater condemnation." Jesus sat down opposite the treasury and watched the crowd putting money into the treasury. Many rich people put in large sums. A poor widow came and put in 2 small copper coins, which are worth a penny. Then he called his disciples and said to them, "Truly I tell you, this poor widow has put in more than all those who are contributing to the treasury. For all of them have contributed out of their abundance, but she, out of her poverty, has put in everything she had, all she had to live on." These are the words of God.